Hi, this is Ridea Keeping It Real, and we are reading through the Bible using the Good News Bible. We're on the Apocrypha book, 2nd Ezra's. We are on chapter 9 at the fourth vision. So we're almost finished with this book, and we're almost finished with the Apocrypha book. And we'll be moving on to the New Testament, so we don't have that far to go. So here we go. The fourth vision, the law remains. I obeyed the angel's command, and I went to a field called Ardot. I sat there amongst the flowers and I ate the wild plants, and that was enough food for me. After 7 days, I was lying on the grass, and once again my thoughts began to trouble me. Then I began to speak and said to God Most High, "O Lord, you revealed yourself to our ancestors when they were travelers, when they were traveling through the trackless, barren desert after they left Egypt. You said to them, 'Listen to me, people of Israel. I am giving you my law. It will be like a seed planted amongst you that produces fruit, and it will be your crowning glory forever.' Our ancestors received the law, but they disobeyed its commands. Yet the fruit of the law was not destroyed. It could not be destroyed because it's yours. Those who had received the law were destroyed because they did not guard the good seed that was sown in them. The usual thing is that the container remains after its contents have been destroyed. For example, seed in the ground, a ship on the sea, or food in a bowl. But this is not the case with sinners. The law was placed in our hearts, and we are the ones who will be destroyed because we have sinned. The law will not be destroyed. It will remain in all its glory. So the law remained. The vision of a weeping woman. While I was saying these things to myself, I looked around and saw a woman on my right. She was weeping and wailing, terribly upset. Her clothes were torn and there were ashes on her head. I immediately put my own troubles out of my mind, turned to the woman and asked, "Why are you crying? Why are you so upset?" "Please, sir," she answered, "leave me alone and let me go on crying and mourning. I am bitter and depressed." "Tell me what's wrong," I said. She answered, "Sir, I was married for 30 years, but I was never able to have a child. During those 30 years, I prayed every day and every hour, day and night, to God Most High for a child. After 30 years, God answered my prayer. He saw my suffering, took away my distress, and gave me a son. With great joy, what great joy this brought to my husband and me, and to all of our neighbors. We sang the praises of the Almighty. I brought our son up with the greatest care, and when he was grown, I chose a wife for him and prepared for the wedding. On the wedding night, when my son entered the bedroom, he dropped dead. So we put out all the wedding lamps, and all the neighbors came to comfort me. I remained in control of myself until the evening of the second day, when they all left. That night I got up and came out to this field. As you see, I have decided never to return to that town. I am going to stay here in constant mourning, neither eating nor drinking anything until I die." When she told me this, I put aside my own thoughts and spoke sharply to her. You are the most foolish woman I ever met. Don't you see that our people are suffering? Don't you know all that has happened to us? Jerusalem, the mother of us all, is overcome with grief and shame. You ought to be mourning for her and sharing the grief and sorrow of all of us. But you are mourning for that one son of yours. Ask the earth to let her tell you that she is the one who ought to be mourning for the vast multitudes of people that she has brought to birth. All of us who are living came originally from her. And there are more to come. Almost all of us go straight to destruction. The vast multitude of earth's children are lost. So who has more right to mourn? You for your one son, or the earth, which has lost so many? I know what you're thinking. You think that your sorrow is worse than the earth's. You think that it is only natural for earth's multitudes to live and then to die. But you have lost your own flesh and blood, which you brought to birth with such trouble and pain. But let me tell you that from the time God created the earth, she has suffered as much as producing human beings for God as you did for your childbirth. So keep your tears to yourself and be brave about what has happened to you. If you will accept God's decision as just, you will get your son back at the right time, and you will receive the praise due a mother. Go back to the city and to your husband. No, she answered. I will never go back. I'm going to stay here and die. Don't do that, I continued. Consider the misfortunes and sorrows of Jerusalem, and you won't feel so sorry for yourself. You can see that our place of worship is in ruins. Our altar has been torn down. Our temple has been destroyed. Our musical instruments lie quiet. Our hymns have been silenced. Our joy has ended. The light of the sacred lamp has been put out. Our covenant box has been carried off. Our sacred utensils have been desecrated. The name of our God has been profaned. Our leaders have been dishonored. Our priests have been burned to death. Our Levites have been taken captive. Our virgins have been raped. Our wives have been violated. Our devout men have been carried off. Our children have been abandoned. Our young people have been made slaves. And our strong soldiers have been made helpless. Worst of all, Jerusalem, once marked as God's own city, has lost its glory and been handed over to our enemies. So put aside all your sorrow and grief. May God Most High, the Almighty, be merciful to you and give you peace. May He give you rest from your troubles. While I was speaking to the woman, her face suddenly began to shine with a light that flashed like lightning. I was afraid to stand near her, and I wondered what all this meant. Suddenly, she let out a loud and terrifying cry that shook the earth. When I looked up, I could no longer see the woman, but there was a city built, a huge foundation. I was afraid, and I shouted, "Where is the angel Uriel who came to me earlier? It is his fault that I am so confused. My prayer is useless, and I have nothing to hope for but death." Uriel's interpretation of the vision. I was speaking when the angel Uriel appeared again. He saw me, lying there unconscious like a corpse. So he took hold of my right hand, gave me strength, and stood me on my feet. Then he asked, "What's the matter? Why are you so disturbed and confused?" I answered, "You abandoned me completely. I did as you told me and came out to this field, but I cannot explain what I'm seeing." "Stand up like a man," he answered. and I will explain it to you. Sir, I answered, please explain it to me. I will die in my frustration if you leave me, for I cannot understand what I have seen and heard. Or is my mind playing tricks on me? And is this just a bad dream? I beg you, sir, tell me what this vision means. The angel said, now listen closely, and I will explain the meaning of these things that you fear. God Most High has revealed many secrets to you because he has seen that you have lived a righteous life and have always grieved and mourned for your people and for Jerusalem. This is what the vision means. A woman appeared to you a little while ago, and when you saw that she was mourning, you tried to console her. The woman told you about the death of her son, and a whole city appeared. This is the meaning. The woman you saw is Jerusalem, which you now see as a completed city. When she told you that for 30 years she had no children, it meant that for 3,000 years no offering had yet been made there. Then Solomon built the city and sacrifices began to be offered there. At that time, the childless woman gave birth to her son. When she told you that she took care in bringing the son up, that referred to the period when Jerusalem was inhabited. When she told you of the death of her son on his wedding day, that meant the destruction of Jerusalem. So in the vision, you saw how she mourned for her son, and you tried to console her for what had happened. This is what was to be revealed to you. When God Most High saw that you were grieving for the woman with all of her glory and majestic beauty, when God Most High saw that you were grieving for the woman with all your heart and soul, he showed you all her glory and majestic beauty. That is why I told you to go and stay in the field where no one has ever lived. For I knew that God Most High was going to show you these things. I told you to go to the field where no fountain had ever been built, because nothing built by man could stand in the place where the city of God Most High was about to be revealed. So don't be afraid. Go into the city and look at its beautiful and majestic buildings. See as much as you can. After that, you will hear as much as you can. You are more fortunate than most people, and only a few have the reputation with God Most High that you have. Remain here until tomorrow night, and he will show you in dreams and visions what he plans to do for those who will be living on the earth in the last days. So I slept there that night, and the next, as I have been told. That is the fourth vision of the weeping woman, symbol of Jerusalem city. And somehow, some way, I haven't read that before, or it's been referenced before to me because I've already colored it. The woman weeping. The detail of ashes on her head, I didn't know that because I didn't put that on there, the ashes. I don't know if I understand this vision. It doesn't impact me certainly like the third vision did. No, it doesn't. This woman is like, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to be here. I don't want to go back to my hometown. So see what you can make out of that. That was the fourth vision. Until next time, it's Ridea keeping it real.